Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. We are very happy to welcome you to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. Well, we have so much news for you today, but before we start with the news segment, we want to say thank you very, very much to all our subscribers. Thank you very, very much to all our viewers. And thank you very, very much to all our customers. In fact, without you, we'll not really have a show. As we always say, we started this show because we wanted to give you a voice so that you can express yourself on the world stage. And we've been doing that for a while, and you guys are really happy with the response. But we want the show to even be better and better, which is why we're asking you to continue sharing your ideas, continue sending us material so that our show can get better and better. In fact, we love Africa, and in fact, before we came to the studio today, so one of you sent us a video. I said, oh, African women are very pretty. Take a look at this video. It looks like the video is from Swaziland or Eswatini. Take a look at the video. The ladies, thank you very much for watching the video with the ladies. Okay, next, we're going to go to our book review segment. Okay, you've seen the pretty African ladies with their breasts open. I know you like that, right? Okay, so let's go to the book review. We've said we want you guys to read at least one book every week. But today, we're going to introduce you to two books because we want to challenge you to start reading a lot. Because if we don't read, we're almost dead. It's almost 50 years, okay, since Chinua Achebe wrote Things Fall Apart. It was a very popular novel, and this is the 50th anniversary of this novel, and we're drawing attention to it. I used to read all the African Writers series from Chinua Achebe's novel until the present one. So I've not been doing that for a while, but I will never forget Things Fall Apart. A few years ago, my daughters were in college. They were asked to read Things Fall Apart, and I enjoyed reading Things Fall Apart again. Today, I'm really introducing you to Things Fall Apart if you've not read it yet. We know it talks about the story of Okonkwo, who is of the Igbo community. Okay, he is really a character who signifies resistance to the colonial period. Okay, when the white people came, he was not really happy the way his culture was effaced by the colonialists. He had to commit suicide because his friends were not able to fight. He was fighting for liberty, but these other people were not fighting. So he was really shocked that the other people were not fighting for freedom. So it's the same theme we're harping on today. Are you ready to fight for your freedom? Which is why we're educating you today, because we want you to fight for your freedom. The second book we're going to draw your attention to is a book written by Herman J. Cohen. It is titled U.S. Policy Toward Africa, 8 Realpolitik Topics. Okay? Realpolitik, that's what the book is about. Realpolitik is a way of looking at politics from a pragmatic, practical standpoint. When most of you guys look at Africa and the world, you tend to look at it from a myopic or a sensationalization approach to doing things. No, when most people look at Africa, especially like the US, they look at Africa based on their own interests. They don't come to Africa with a paternalistic approach, oh, we want to help poor Africans, get them out of their misery. No, they look at it from the standpoint of how can Africa help us get what we want? We want to go and bomb Japan. We want to bomb Nagasaki. We want to bomb Hiroshima. How can Africa help us get the resources to make an atomic bomb so we can bomb Japan? That's the way the United States reasons. So when you look at the US foreign policy, it follows this motto. It is based on the self-interest of the United States. And for the most part, Africa always is at the periphery of America's agenda. America tends to look at Europe, China, Russia, okay? in this order. That's how America operates. So Africa is not really at the top of America's agenda. But when America needs something, it doesn't matter whether it's in Africa, they will go there and get it. That's just the way this realpolitik operates. So for the first time, we're encouraging our people to stop being emotional. Let's try to be smart the way the Caucasians are. Let's not assume that people are going to feel sorry for us and give us things. It's the same thing. I've been watching the shows on Ambazonia talking about Thabo Nagy, the former Assistant Secretary of Africa. People are expecting him to do favors to Ambazonia. He doesn't owe Ambazonia anything, so he should not really be doing favors to Ambazonia. It is the duty of Ambazonians to do things for themselves. If you watch the last show by ABS TV with Chris Anu, with Thabo Nagy, when you watch this interview, you can really see the way the guy thinks Ambazonians are naive. You are naive to think that America is there to serve your interests. No. America is there to serve the interests of Americans. That's what American politicians are there for. They play the role of getting things for their country. They don't care whether they are oppressing you, they just want to take what they need. So it is time for Africans now to wake up and understand the way geopolitics operates. Don't feel that people have to give Ambazonia something. No, you have to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get it. Which is why we think you have to learn from the interview with Thabo Nagy. Stop worrying about, oh, when he was in power, he didn't do anything for Ambazonia. That's not his job. His job is not to do anything for Ambazonia. It is the duty of Ambazonians to do things for themselves. And which is why we always like preaching self-reliance. And we don't only preach self-reliance, we follow this motto. We do things for ourselves. We are coming up with a medical virtual conference, which we want to draw doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses, and other healthcare givers so that they can come to a venue and network. The event is going to be on February 26, 2022. We are sponsoring it, and we're going to be marketing this event on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. So the news will be everywhere, and we're going to also recruit super doctors, celebrity doctors, to help us with this promotion. So from next week, we're going to start sharing more information with you on this promotion. Because we want to lead by example. We want to show you that we do things for ourselves. We don't have to wait for the white people to do things for us. So the time has come for us to know that self-reliance is the motto. We need self-determination. We have to do it by ourselves. We cannot just sit and wait for people to do it for us. We have to lobby on our own. Don't expect the white folks to lobby for you. That's just being a child. We are not children. We are adults. We've matured. So we have to start doing things for ourselves. So self-reliance is a lesson we're emphasizing today, and this is what we're telling the Ambazonians. Learn the lesson of self-reliance. Our guys on the ground, especially the freedom fighters, they are really doing a good job. They are doing a whole lot for themselves. They do not really have a lot of resources, but they are making the best they can with the little resources that they have. Look at somebody like General Viper. We saw him with his guys. They had to chase off the guys from La République with just a few weapons. General Viper, you can see it in Tadu. You can see the video. Take a look.
Today, the 4th January 2022. Now, General Viper and the Scott this war, Tadu, today. We don't go and trap that people, they run. We don't have for inside Tadu, so. We don't have for inside Tadu. We don't have for inside Tadu. As my official, now most for Tadu this. They bring me, I say the one. Play now, me and them now for Tadu. They are confirmed, they check say, Tadu pass me now.
You see him chasing La République thugs, and they are running away. That's the action that Ambazonians need to have. So we need to support people like General Viper so that they can do more. You see what he's doing? Then, of course, you also see videos of harvest. Weapons are expensive. Our folks on the ground do not really have access to weapons. So they've perfected a way to get weapons from Paul Biya's thugs. And you can see the way some of them are showing the fruits of their harvest. They collected a lot of weapons, and they can show these weapons to you. And when you see this, I know your heart is glad, right? So that's nice. But of course, the biggest prize this week goes to Field Marshal No Piri.
We don't like better enemy.
One enemy.
Who no go no.
For the unity where you don't bring them for Bouye. I don't get plenty for talk. If I want to talk,
they will respect you.
Plenty. This one a pack card number 1. I think we know it.
Card.
I'll be very happy for this unity. And plenty for una not know me. Now for me come una know say as I be there una for the first meeting we will be there for ya. Now the first general is where they start work with Ebenezer Akwanga and Dr. Lucas Chuayaba. We'll be there with 9. From card number 1 to card number 9. But now card number 1 will be alive. 8 don't go. And for the condition where we start this fight for Ambazonia, it will be say Ambazonia now 1. Any commander get right for command for any place for Ambazonia land, provided we there for the break with land. So this one for me Cameroon and say this unity, FM. I thank you very much for this unity.
We are praising Field Marshal No Piri because he's breaking away from the old tradition of divide and rule. He's putting his people ahead. His people interest is what he cares about, and we're asking other freedom fighters to emulate Field Marshal No Piri and his group. They are trying to make people come together so that they can face a common enemy. And I think that's what the Ambazonians need to do. You cannot be quarreling because they say a house divided cannot stand, it will fall. If you want to beat La République, you have to do what Field Marshal No Piri is doing. Come together, not only in Bui, but in the whole of Ambazonia to fight for your freedom. That's what you need to do. So we praise Field Marshal No Piri a whole lot. You can see a whole lot of videos you guys sent to us showing Field Marshal No Piri. First, you see where he and his guys are praying, because before you do anything important, it's always good to pray, because if God wills it, it will happen. Man proposes, God disposes. So it's always a good thing that whenever you want to do anything, you pray. And that's what the restoration forces of Ambazonia are doing with Field Marshal No Piri. And you can see the way he's charismatic, putting his guys together. He gives the opportunity to all the guys to speak, and they're really happy. Now they've isolated General Isubu, who is creating terror and havoc and dividing Ambazonian freedom fighters. So this is really going to come to an end. And at the same time too, you can see the way the actions on the ground are reshaping things. It looks like those who are fighting Sisiku Ayoktabe for his throne are collapsing, and Sisiku is back and is rising. And you can see the people that have realized that Sisiku is the real thing, is the real deal. All the fake guys who want to take power from him have just learned the hard way that they don't have what it takes, because they've been tried and they have failed. So Sisiku Ayoktabe is the only real game in town, is the real deal. We're not saying that he's going to be ruling from jail. We're saying that just the way the South Africans had Mandela, he was in jail, they recognized him as their leader, and they were fighting. So they did not really have to take command from Mandela. They were doing their thing. So we should not really focus on fighting each other. This infighting is not really helping your cause, my friends. So you need to change, unite, and face a common enemy. If you do that, you're going to see that you're going to do more in 2022. Already, from what we understand, a lot is happening among Ambazonians. It looks like 2022 is going to be more deadly. Now it's going to be an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It is the old code of Hammurabi, the king of Mesopotamia and the Babylonian Empire. That's the awful watchword now in Ambazonia. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That's what is really going to happen. And already we can see things shaping on the ground to really follow this mantra. Hammurabi, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Okay, now I think we're going to leave Ambazonia and go to La République du Cameroun.
Hey, yo, Shay, I thought you was going to take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shake. When I say his services are the best in the states where it's born, he even take care of your tax forms, back refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
Much of what is happening in La République du Cameroun, especially today, Sunday, it is the craze of AFCON, the African Football Cup of Nations. That's the big craze going on in Yaoundé, Olembe Stadium, and all those places. Everybody, so much ado about nothing. Why are they making so much noise about this event? Well, they need this event to distract themselves. You can even see the preparations that are on the ground. But the people of Ambazonia have banned this game. So it looks like La République is forcing itself onto the people. I have a video which one of you sent to us. It shows some of the young thugs from La République making noise, telling Ambazonians that we have to force you to stay in a union with us, whether you like it or not. This is what their masters have been telling them, that we want to force the Anglophones to stay in this union, whether they like it or not. It's like you're in a marriage. Your husband tells you, you cannot divorce me. You will not divorce me. I'll keep killing all your kids and your relatives until you stay with me. So the Ambazonians are tired of this marriage. They want to leave, but La République doesn't want them to leave. So you can see the young people, the army from La République, talking about staying in Ambazonia forever and making Ambazonians slaves. Whether they love it or not, they're going to stay with them in a union that is not working for them. Take a look at the video.
Ça a commencé, non pas à chercher la Mozambique.
La Mauritanie.
Oh, les petits Zamba, on va bailler que la canne va se passer ici à Boya.
C'est nous
On va travailler avec vous.
C'est nous qu'on connaît.
Ici, c'est nous qu'on connaît.
On ne fait pas la guerre au gouvernement.
On ne fait pas la guerre au gouvernement.
Le gouvernement, c'est nous.
Vous allez accepter l'unité là-haut, la by force.
Direction Douala.
Direction Douala, on va chercher la Mozambique.
Okay? Then, of course, you can see how proud and arrogant some of these La République guys are. They go to Ambazonia and they parade some of the foreign players. You can see pictures of the foreign players walking around, showing off. It's like they have their guns. The whole area, like Victoria, Boya, is very, very militarized. But bombs are still falling. The Ambazonians are still bombing the area. So you can hear some bombs going up, boom, boom, boom. Where are the military guys? The military guys are there, but they cannot control everywhere. That's the truth. They cannot control everywhere. So we're telling our people, think twice. 2022 is going to be very deadly, and we know that. In 2021, you guys introduced IEDs, improvised explosive devices. We know in 2022, you guys are going to come up with armed drones, and I know Ambazonia is going to come up with that. I say this sometimes, people will say, how do you know? I already know. So La République should be careful because Ambazonia is going to come up with more deadly stuff. IEDs are just like kiddie stuff, and they could not even handle this. So what about armed drones? That's the next thing that is coming. We've seen it, and we know that the Ambazonians are preparing it for La République. It's going to be very, very deadly. So those young soldiers who are making noise, they better just prepare their coffins before they go to Ambazonia. Then, of course, another video which some of you sent to us is Paul Atanganji making threats, talking about La Tempête, c'est là. He always likes to speak French because his English is very poor. So let him continue speaking French. but he cannot speak English like us. He needs to go to school and learn how to speak English. But you can see the video. Paul Atanganji, he calls himself the Minister of Territorial Administration. He's speaking in this video and making threats as he normally does. So it's like a dog that has to bark. Bark, 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 bark. He has to keep barking. Bark, 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 bark. So let it happen. Let him keep barking. But life goes on. So that's much that we can tell you for the AFCON game. Most of the players are there now, and we know it's not going to go well because the people don't want this to be played on their soil, but it's going to happen. So it's like, you come to my house, I don't want you to be there, so I have to act. So that's much that we can give you on La République du Cameroun. Next, we're going to move to Central African Republic. Assange Touadéra is now lying in bed with Moscow, Russia. It looks like he's not even willing to make peace with the people he calls rebels. He's relying on Russia wholeheartedly, but is this going to work? We think there's just going to be more bloodshed if he doesn't want to negotiate with the people he calls rebels. These people are not rebels. They are his brothers and sisters. He should learn how to come to the table and try to negotiate with them. Because without this negotiation, more and more people will continue dying in the Central African Republic. Russia is not God. Russia cannot really protect Assange Touadéra from the rebels. Already the rebels are penetrating and killing a lot of people. But we want this to change. If this can change, it will be a very positive sign. Next, you also know that all is not well in Guinea. As the new gallant president, how long is the transition going to end? We don't know. Now everything is in limbo. It looks like Mamadou Doumbouya is going to be there for long. But we understand, finally, because of pressure from ECOWAS, he allowed Alpha Condé to travel out of the country for medical treatment. What about Mali? It looks like the same thing is happening in Mali. The French have been kicked out, and the Russian mercenaries are getting in. So it looks like Assimi Goïta too is not ready to relinquish power. So he's not going to go away anytime soon. It looks like they have to be there for more than 5 years. What happens? That's what happens with the coup d'etat. He just made a coup d'etat. He has to enjoy the power for a while. Come on, guys. Why do you want him to just leave right now? He has to be there for a short while and enjoy. Next, we take you to Ethiopia. We thought there's going to be a ceasefire in Ethiopia. It has not happened. And today, we got news that a lot of people were killed in an airstrike by the Ethiopian government. A lot of people in West Tigray area were killed. Over 56 people lost their lives. They were in an IDP camp, a camp where refugees were hiding. Abiy Ahmed threw bombs on this camp and killed 56 of those refugees. So it's really sad, and we ask you to pray for the life loss as a result of the callous action of Abiy Ahmed. This is really sad. This is really not necessary. We thought there's going to be a ceasefire, but it has not happened, and more people are dying. Why are you bombing all these people? This is a camp with refugees. Why are you bombing refugees, Abiy Ahmed? That's the question we're asking. These people are not armed combatants. They're just poor people running away from the war you declared on the people of Tigray. And now people don't want to talk about it because they are afraid of reprisals from the Abiy Ahmed regime. We are hoping that the United States and some other world powers can really put pressure on Abiy Ahmed so that he can change his ways. If this does not happen, it's going to create more and more problems. From Ethiopia now, we want to go to Nigeria.
Now more than ever, it is critical that medical facilities utilize modern, reliable electronic health records. Introducing Alexia HTC, the innovative, affordable online solution for physicians and patients. Doctors' visits, diagnoses, prescriptions, and billing have never been easier. With Alexia HTC, you can work more efficiently with the integrated flexibility medical professionals need today. Schedule a live demonstration. Call or visit us at alexiahtc.com.
In Nigeria, the first thing which we really want to draw your attention to is an interview. Buhari gave an interview to Channels Television. So this interview is really interesting. In fact, it presages what is going to happen during the 2023 presidential elections. But first, we want you to concentrate on this, the video of this interview. You have a young guy interviewing President Buhari. We know he's not an eloquent person, but the guy was able to pinpoint the weaknesses, the failures of the Buhari administration. And Mr. Buhari was dumbfounded. He could not even make a case for his administration. He was just stuttering and making, Nigeria has a whole lot of people who are intelligent, who are educated. Next time, please, Nigeria, get somebody who has some good education, who can represent your country well. Don't get an illiterate. Let him go back to his farm. But as he's planning to go back to his farm, it looks like he has bigger plans for Nigeria. He doesn't have a third-term project, but he has something similar. Why does former President Goodluck Jonathan stay by the side of Mr. Buhari? What are these two guys cooking? They have been meeting quite often. Of course, when politicians meet quite often, you know that there's something is up, right? What's up? What's up is we are suspecting that it looks like Mr. Buhari and Goodluck Jonathan are trying to make a deal. Before we came to this show of today, most of you were thinking that Mr. Bola Tinubu is going to be the candidate of the APC to face the PDP party. But it looks like the way things are turning, Mr. Goodluck Jonathan may have to cross carpet into the APC party and run as an APC candidate in 2023. That way, the North would have a vice president and Goodluck Jonathan will be their boy and will do their bidding. Who is going to lose? Of course, the Yorubas are going to lose because Goodluck Jonathan is not going to be in power. He's been trying to get into power for long, but it may not really happen because it looks like the Northern guys are very smart. You may look at them like dull illiterates, but when it comes to politics, these guys are the Maradona. They know how to play over all the other Nigerians, whether they are Igbos, Yoruba. The Northern guys are illiterates, but they are very smart, astute politicians. They always know what to do to make sure that they stay in power. And they do this all the time. And when you see this, you say to yourself, wow, isn't this amazing? Okay? We've come to the end of our show. We've presented a whole lot of points. But before we end this show, we want to return to the virtual medical conference we're hosting on February 26, 2022. We're encouraging a lot of you to attend this conference. The conference is a way to network. We're going to be bringing medical doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses, caregivers. We're going to bring them all together online. And we have a platform called Hopin. We're using Hopin to make this happen because Hopin is a comprehensive platform. It accommodates everybody. We're also using Eventbrite for initial registration. But feel free, we're going to be running a lot of ads. You're going to be seeing those ads. We're just preparing you psychologically to know that the ads are coming. And we want you to share this information with as many people as you can because our goal is to show people, to showcase our new software for telemedicine and telehealth. And we want to show you how you can use it as a patient to benefit yourself from these COVID-19 times. It's going to help you a lot. You don't even need to be a doctor to benefit. Even as a patient, knowing the new technologies and how to use them, you'll be able to communicate better with your doctor. So we are offering this technology and we want it to be offered to patients for free. And the doctors can really afford to buy our system because we're making it affordable also. The competition is very, very expensive. Our product is new and very, very affordable, and it's better. I'm not just saying that it's better, but you're going to see it because we want to use the teleconference to demonstrate this product. We're going to have sessions, breakout sessions, where different people will meet and try to see what this product can do for them. We'll have a lot of doctors who will be on hand to talk to you. We'll even have some super doctors. We're talking to a lot of super doctors now. Some of them appear on TV all the time. We're not going to name names until we sign contracts with them. But they're going to give us their okay next week. We're going to start getting them to sign on to this event. And once they sign on, we're going to start talking about them. And we'll even have a video of each doctor who signs up, who is a super doctor, who wants to participate in this event. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com. Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.